welcome back to the next video in learning C++. My name is Qt Yazdani and you guys watching my channel Kroiwood. Alrighty, so in the previous video we have done pattern matching in using string, and we have done the algorithms. As you guys you can see here, that was from the last video. And if you want to know, if you haven't watched the previous video, that's algorithm for string matching, and you guys can watch that again. Alright, so in this video I'm gonna go again in the few videos before I start function in classes and pointers. I'm thinking to start the pointer next, but before that I want to make a few more videos about the strings, had a string comparison and how the string works further. Strings are huge in the programming, so you guys can do a lot of things with the strings. So you guys can compare password, as I said before. You guys can do compare, is equal to, is not equal to, is greater than, is less than, or all the other things. You guys can do amazing thing with the strings, because the password using the string, and string is very important in programming. So in this video we're gonna make a program, a small program, like making password. So how we gonna compare the two strings with each other. Alright, so first to begin with, we're gonna put it here in the comments, make a password comparison program. Alright, so how do we make the password comparison program? So we create a boolean function here, bool password, and we name it password. Alright, so the skeleton is done, and you guys because the main here, and you guys declare your prototype here. So I'll put a prototype here on the top, and you guys can put your password. Alrighty, so and you guys can put a boolean password. Alright, so you guys can come here and you guys can declare your string. So we put a string and we put a password 1, pass1, and pass2. So we want to compare these two password string pass1, and we ask the user to put a string pass1 and then pass2, and we're going to compare it if the users corrected the same password. Otherwise the user is not, if the user has corrected the right passwords, compare it, we let the user in, otherwise we won't let the user in. Alright, so and after that we put a cout, and we put a please enter your password, and you guys can put a password. You guys can put an endl or next line, is up to you, and then we put a cin to take the value from the user, and our cin is gonna be pass1, and exactly the same thing we're gonna do with the pass2, because we want to compare the two string. For us it's a string, for user maybe it's a name, or their pet name, or any other name that the user wishes to enter. So please enter your please retype your password. So as you guys go in different programs, that the program asks you twice for the user, because the program wants to make sure that you guys are typing correct password. So please enter your password and please retype your password for comparison purposes, and it's going to be pass2. Now we're going to compare it. The comparison is very easy with the if statement. We're going to say if pass1 is equal to pass2, and we're going to display some nice output. Password accepted, welcome, password accepted. Okay, so we kind of put say welcome to our program, welcome, and your password is accepted. Or you guys can put any other nice message, but we know that that's our program. You guys, whatever you guys wants to, whichever way you guys wants to put this, no problem. So what happens if the user put a wrong password? So we put else and so see out, you entered wrong password, or you entered your passwords not matching, your passwords not matching, please try again. And we put a 2 exclamation mark here. So you guys can put a else if the password, else if the password is the password 1 is not matching password 2, so you guys can display again here. But for simplicity purposes, I just put else if the user put a wrong right password, is accepted, otherwise it won't accept it. So if the user put a wrong password, so we declare the prototype here, and here we want to display our main file. So we put a password, and the users, now the C++ gonna display our message, because that's C++ mainly reads main, whatever is written main, and it displays that on the screen. So we go ahead and we build our project. Okay, so now we run, and we put a please enter your password, and we put a yes Danny, and we put a retype your password, and we put again yes Danny, and it says welcome, password accepted. So it means our program is working fine, because this comparing the 2 string. So now we're gonna put the wrong password. So what we do is that I'm gonna show you guys, say your password accepted, and then L. Okay, so now we gonna put the wrong password. All right, so now we put the password 1 is gonna be yes Danny, and the password 2 is gonna be Y, which is capital, and we put a yes Danny. The password is not matching, please try again. And you guys watch here that the first ones we put a lowercase, and it's exactly same password, but this one's also Y, this one's also Y. So for computers, this Yazdani here at the top, which is lowercase, the Y, and the Yazdani here, which is the uppercase, is 2 different things. So the computer is not going to accept it. The computer is going to give us error. So you guys, you don't have to put the wrong password. Sometimes you guys go for caps lock, and you guys enter the password, so a computer is not going to accept your password. So for example, if you got to put something else, say Korai wood, for example, and you guys has to match this Korai wood. But if you guys put a Korayo wood, say you put a Korayo, or and you put a wood, password is not matching, it's exactly same word, but you guys left a space here, because once you leave a space here, the computer is not going to accept it. The computer counts this as a string as well. So you guys just remember that you don't need to put very complicated things, that just a small space or anything that it changes, alters your password. So just one thing to remember as a programmer. Alright, so now we're gonna display the size as well. You guys can do whatever you guys want with your program, so you guys can make it more complicated, and you guys can put the length of your password. Say we can see the length of the password, so you guys can check the length of the password, and you guys can put here you guys can do a lot of things with the password. In the next video I'm gonna do that. So it's very small simple program, but if you guys wanna make it very complicated, we can do complicated programs as well. So you guys can put a C out the length of your first password is, and you guys display the first password, pass1, and you guys just put a length, and when you guys put a length, you guys put NL, and you guys can do the same to see the length of the second password. I'll go here, the length of your second password, and we do password pass2 dot length, because the user has entered here the pass1 and is holding the variable from the user, whatever the user typing, and is holding this one. So here all you guys need to do is pass1 dot length or pass2 dot size. You guys can look at the size as well. So we run our program and we build first our project, and we go ahead and run. Alright, so we put a Coriowood, and we put a computer, and we put a Coriowood. So I put two different passwords here, and you guys look at here, it says the password is not matching. Yeah, that's first one, that was our first condition we evaluated, and the length of your first password is 9 and the length of your second password is 8. Alright, so you guys might be thinking why it's telling me that length of the first password is 9, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and the length of the second password is 8, while you guys see there is two different string here. While it's counting the first one, when there is a space here, the length function disconnect after this one, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, because only counting this computer. Alright, so in this program we have compared our password 1 and password 2 and through the function, even though we haven't reached the function, but I explained to you guys again, we created the boolean function called password, and in here we have declared our prototype on top, and in here we have declared our function password and password. As soon as main comes in and encounter this password, it goes here and checks, and we have declared the string pass1 and pass2 because we wanted to compare our passwords. This is a comparison, and if you guys want to do this mode, so you guys can do else if, and that's fine. This is the simplest as you guys can get about the else. You guys can do else if as well, but because we're doing strings or comparing strings, so it's very simple. You don't need to go that complicated. And here I've seen that we have seen that the pass1 and pass2 is reading the first one, but if you guys want to see the shorter or the larger length of the string, so if you guys want to see which line was longer and which line was shorter, we're gonna make another program about the lines, and we're gonna go and get from the user the two lines, and we look at the length of the line. We see if the lines with the many spaces in between, if it's a larger or smaller or bigger, then we're going to display to the user that this string, this line is bigger than this line, or this line is shorter than this line. So we leave it for the next program, because this video is getting longer. So in the next video we're gonna check the string about the length of the line. So because we wanted our program to read the whole of this literal string, the whole of this line, not just the first one with this length and size. Alright, so we're gonna go in the next video, and we're gonna find out how we're gonna make a program for, so our computer, our program reads the whole line one by one and tell us that which line is bigger than the next line. All right, that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. And